Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to do kind of an update of why I haven't been making videos in quite a while, and just kind of show you guys some titles that I've picked up in the past, I guess, few weeks, and just talk about a few things like that. So I'll talk about all that kind of, I guess, explaining myself towards the end of the video here, but for now the first thing I want to talk about is, because this is kind of the most important, because this is a current thing. Dollar Tree has Blu-rays and DVDs, so they just came out on, let's see, I think it's September 9th today? Friday? Whatever Friday it is, it's Friday, and this video is going to be up on Saturday, so whatever the date is, I can't remember, but so Dollar Tree would have had the, officially put the Blu-rays and DVDs out on Friday. In most places, in some stores, they might have put them out a little earlier. Sometimes they do that, but anyways, so I went to my local Dollar Tree and I did pick up a few titles. Most of these are titles that I don't need, and everything like that, but they're so cheap, so they're always worth just giving a try, just because they're so cheap. And if nothing else, they're $1, and you can just, if you don't like the movie, you got nice, Blu-ray cases as spares for whatever you need them for, or whatever. So $1 for DVD or Blu-ray is really cheap. So I'll show you a few of the titles I got here. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Know nothing about it, but we got a Blu-ray, DVD, and digital HD inside of here. So that's a, that's a quality pack. The movie just looks kind of sort of interesting to me, so. Or I guess you could, let's see, no, it does say The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. I suppose you could just call it Mitty if you want, maybe, I'm not really sure. But here's a look at the back here, and I'm not going to open all these up, I'm just going to kind of show you guys the outside, just the artwork and stuff, but yeah, here it is. And let's see, the next one. So, yeah, this looks like kind of a comedy thing, so that's why I picked it up. This next one looks like a horror movie, and if anyone has watched any of my previous videos, I've probably said this at least once. I'm not really generally a fan of horror movies. Like the only thing that comes close to a horror movie in my collection, I think, is Disturbia, and that's really more of like a kind of thriller movie, not like a true horror movie, I think. So I think this is considered a horror movie, but I decided to pick it up because it's only $1, of course, and because it just kind of seems like an interesting story. It looks, it's like there's a piano player or something, and then he quit playing piano for a while, and then he had to start up again because he got some kind of note that said you're going to die if you make any mistakes in your performance or something. And I'm a musician. I enjoy music, and so I don't know, this seems like it might be sort of interesting for $1, so I decided to just give that one a go. I have no idea if that's any good or not. Now this one is called Safe Haven, and I'm really not interested in this one at all. I actually bought this pretty much purposely for the spare Blu-ray case, because it feels like a nice Blu-ray case that's not what am I trying to say? It's been a while since I made a video, so I can't even think of it, but an Eco Box. So it feels like a nice one, and I'm going to use that to hopefully replace a title in my collection, which I'm going to show you in a little bit here. So that's what that's going to be for, but I will check it out, of course, since I have it. Hopefully it's not a title that I end up liking, because then I'll have to keep it, and then I'll be in need of another Blu-ray case. But I don't know. We'll see. But this is going to be, at least for now, probably just gonna use the Blu-ray case. The next one is Freebirds, and so there was 2 of these animated Blu-rays that I found that looked kind of interesting. If this was any more than $1, I wouldn't buy it, but since it's $1, you know how it all goes. Always taking a chance since it's so cheap. But it's one of these CGI sort of modern ones. It's I don't know if it's by DreamWorks, or I don't think it's by DreamWorks. I don't know who it's by. It says Real FX Animation Studios down here, so I can't remember. I kind of remember this being in theaters, maybe, I don't know, but apparently it must not have been that popular of a title unless, you know, since it ended up at the Dollar Tree. I don't really know, but it looks okay for being $1, so give that one a try. The same goes with Rio 2. I do remember this one, I think, was in theaters. This one I'm pretty sure is a DreamWorks. Is it DreamWorks? I don't know. It says Blue Sky. I just don't really keep up anymore. It says 20th Century Fox. I don't keep up really with all these new... There's so many of these newer, you know, CGI, you know, animated movies for kids. And I don't... There's so many of them that I just can't keep track, and I don't really care all that much. But, you know, for $1, Rio 2, haven't even seen Rio 1. I might have it on Blu-ray somewhere. That might have been a Black Friday purchase. I don't remember. In fact, maybe Rio 2 was a Black Friday purchase, and I don't remember if I kept it. I don't think I did, though. So, anyways, here's a look at the back. It comes with a DVD as well and digital HD. And then the final one was definitely one that I don't need, and I probably will not keep in my collection, but this was just more for the sake of nostalgia, because I used to watch Dragon Tales when I was a little kid on PBS. And, you know, I have not seen it since then, and for $1, I'm just gonna, you know, on a really boring Sunday or something, I'm just gonna pop this in and, you know, just check this out a little bit. It's Our Amazing Pets, and it just has a few episodes of Dragon Tales, so I picked this up too because it looks like maybe some of these are the older episodes, which would be the ones that I watched when I was a kid, so... but I can't remember. It's been so long since I've watched that show. I don't know, but I picked this up because it was $1, of course. So definitely, guys, it seems like they have some good titles at the Dollar Tree this time around. So definitely go check it out if you have a chance. I will say, though, that I am shopping at a different Dollar Tree than I would normally shop at now, and the reason why, now this is why I haven't been making videos in a while, is because I moved halfway across the country. I originally lived in Minnesota. Now, at least for the next, I don't know exactly how long yet, but at least for the foreseeable future, I am now living in New Hampshire. So I'm living on the East Coast in New England. So the Dollar Tree that I went to here was kind of in a rural-ish area, so I went here on Friday in the afternoon, and I think since it's a kind of a rural area, they weren't very picked over or anything, so you might have different results if you go to Dollar Tree and you're in a big city or something. I'm not really sure. You'll just have to give it a try and see how it goes. See what they have there. But I actually went to 2 different Dollar Trees, and the second one was in a little bit more of a more populated area, and they still had like pretty much all these same titles, but I had already purchased them, so I got all these at my first Dollar Tree location. So yeah, that's the story behind kind of why I haven't been making videos in a while, is because I was busy moving and getting ready to move, and I just have not had the time to, you know, really focus on this channel. So I know people have been leaving comments like, hey, you know, what's going on? Why aren't you making videos anymore? So for anybody who's been wondering, that is why. So now that I am kind of getting settled here, I hope to, you know, start making some more videos again. And the other thing about it too is there, you know, in August and you know, early part of September, there haven't been a ton of new titles that have come out, and even in late July, there haven't been a ton of titles that have come out that I felt like I, you know, really needed to purchase and make a video about. So I really wasn't feeling like super pressured about that or anything. So it was kind of a good time, at least for this channel anyways, in making videos. It was a good time for me to kind of take a little break. So that is what happened, but now we are getting into fall, and we got holiday titles coming out. We got, you know, a few Disney titles coming out. The Lion King Blu-rays just came out again, but I'm not going to pick those up because I already have the original Blu-rays of those. But I know that Cars 3 is going to come out on Blu-ray, and I think that's actually coming out on 4K, which would be, I think, one of the first Disney ones to be on 4K. I'm not really sure. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think so. And there's the Gumby movie, which is already out. I still need to get that. There's, I think the Peanuts holiday trilogy or something's coming out on 4K. So a lot of holiday titles that are coming out, and just more titles are starting to come out in fall. Fall is usually a time when a lot of good titles come out. So hopefully there will be some more videos that I can make for you guys in the next few months here. I'm going to try to kind of do like a video a week or video every 2 weeks, something like that. So at least it's not going to be like month gaps. So, but anyways, I will next show you a few new titles I just picked up at Walmart just for the heck of it. I'm probably going to do individual unboxings for these, but just for the heck of it, I'm going to show you, because essentially what happened since I moved, I had to leave pretty much all of my Blu-rays and DVDs and everything back in Minnesota, so I unfortunately am not going to be able to see those for probably quite a long time. I'm going to be in New Hampshire temporarily, but it's going to be over a year, probably close to 2 years, and then I'll move back or move somewhere else. Wherever I move after this, I will probably reunite with my entire collection, but at least for the time being, I'm in a small apartment. I don't have room for them, and I'm going to be busy doing other things. I'm not going to have enough time to kind of deal with that. So I brought a selection of my favorite movies, and then I will be continuously picking up new titles as they come out, as per usual. So that's what these are. I just picked these up at Walmart, a few kind of titles that have come out in the past, I think, few months or something. This one let's see, well, it says June 17th on here, and I haven't picked this one up yet. I have, I think, these first two on Blu-ray, but these two down here, The Treasure of Manhattan Island and The Mystery of the Night Monster, I don't think have Blu-ray releases, so this American Tail 4-movie collection I decided to pick up for $10 at Walmart. Probably do an individual unboxing of that, as well as this Looney Tunes Superstars Volume 2. I have Volume 1, and they didn't do like a slipcover thing for this like they did for the first one, so that'll look a little weird on the shelf, but not too bad. And I also bought Disney's Geppetto on DVD because it was only $5. And I can't remember if I had this in my collection before or not. I am honestly going to have to go back to my older videos and check like my complete collection video, my latest one, and see if I had this in there. I don't think I did, so I decided to pick it up, but I might. I don't know. So anyway, that was some latest Walmart pickups. And now, since like I said, I moved and I don't have my entire collection with me, I brought a selection of my favorite movies with me and video games. And so I guess what I'll do right now is a complete collection video of everything that I have with me. So it's not much, it's just a few of my favorite titles, and so, some of the ones that I thought that I couldn't live without, obviously I could, but so I'll start with the video games, I guess, because they're on top here. I have Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, Need for Speed 3, Hot Pursuit, Mort the Chicken, 102 Dalmatians, Puppies to the Rescue, Miss Pac-Man, Maze Madness, Pac-Man World, Croc, Legend of the Gobos, and Croc 2, so PlayStation 1 games. Just a very small selection of my collection, and then I have some PlayStation 2 games, the Sega Classics collection. This one I actually got right before I left, so I wanted to bring that with. Spyro, A Hero's Tale, Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex, the Crash Bandicoot Action Pack, which has 3 titles, and then the Pac-Man Power Pack. So a lot of these games are ones, let's see, a lot of these PS1 games are ones that I just haven't beaten yet, so not necessarily my favorites, but ones that I just haven't, really had time to play that I kind of want to, and same goes with a lot of these in here. I just have played them like very little, and if I ever have time to play them, it would, these would be the ones out of my entire collection I would want to play for PS2. So that's why I brought those along with me. And then for PS4, I didn't bring any PS3 games with me just because there aren't any that I really cared to bring with. And for PS4, I have Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, my absolute favorite, and this was the only reason I bought a PS4 in the first place, because I wanted to play that. This one is still sealed from last Black Friday. I'll open this eventually, but Grand Theft Auto 5. And then I have my Xbox 360 collection for... I don't really like Xbox 360 that much, or shooter games. I really just don't really care, but my friends like them, so this is a good way for me to kind of keep in touch with my friends back at home. Every once in a while they like to play online, so I do have some Xbox games: MX vs. ATV Alive, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and then Modern Warfare 2, and then Black Ops 2. So I have those. And then next I have some Blu-rays and DVDs. So I'll show you those. Now the first ones up here are my damaged ones. So moving, whenever you move, there's always something that happens. And I didn't really take a lot of care in packaging these DVDs and Blu-rays very well. And so that was not very smart on my part, because they got a little damaged, a few of them. You can kind of see right here on the bottom of this case, it's a little bit crushed, and well, it's not completely destroyed or anything, but it's a little bit damaged. So I have it just kind of sitting up here, and I'm kind of just thinking, you know, if I ever go to a Walmart and I see a package that's better than this and it looks, you know, way better, I might pick it up, because it's only $20, and then I can, you know, sell this one on eBay or something. Then this one, Mickey's Once and Twice Upon a Christmas on Blu-ray. You know, two of my absolute favorite holiday Disney films. Well, I damaged this one, at least the slipcover anyways. You can see right there, that is pretty gross looking. It doesn't focus in very well, but it got crushed in the corner. And same with on the bottom there. So a couple titles. And this one I actually did order a new slipcover from eBay for just $5, so hopefully that'll come and that will be nice. And then moving down to the bottom here, we have basically everything that's left to show you. I have the Cat Dog Complete Series, Rocko's Modern Life, Angry Beavers, and Ah Real Monsters. The Complete Series, now Ah Real Monsters isn't really one of my favorites, but I brought that one along because I just haven't seen too many of the episodes from that one, so if I ever have time, it'd be fun to check that out. These other three are among my favorites of the Nicktoons, and then the SpongeBob, first 100 episodes, the Slim Pack, obviously good theme of, you know, saving space, as I didn't have a lot of room in transit. And then I kept the first 2 seasons of the Rugrats, the official Paramount releases. I left all the Amazon burn-on-demand ones behind. And then this one was a good one to bring along. The 6-movie collection with SpongeBob, Rugrats, Hey Arnold, Wild Thornberrys, Jimmy Neutron, and Barnyard. That's a nice compact collection of older Nicktoon movies there. And then I also have Good Burger, one of my all-time favorites. So those are all the Nickelodeon titles that I brought along with me. And then I have the Peanuts 4-movie collection. These are 4 of my, you know, kind of favorite Peanuts movies. So that one was good. Now this one I bought here in New Hampshire. So this isn't one of my favorites, but it just came out like a week ago. The Peanuts School Days collection, so that one I'm gonna have to do an unboxing for eventually. But moving on, we have the Ed, Edd n Eddy first and second season. Really wish they would release more of these, but I think now the first season is out of print, just, you know, kind of like what they did with the second season of oh shoot, what was it, one show from Cartoon Network, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. So it's kind of that sort of deal. This next one is also not one of my, I guess, all-time favorites or anything, but starring Mickey, the first volume of this classic cartoon favorites. I found that at a pawn shop just before I left and kind of wanted to check it out, so I just decided to bring that with. And then I have some Disney titles, The Weekenders Volume 1 and 2, some of my favorite Disney's One Saturday Morning kind of stuff. Really enjoyed those back in the day. I've got Goof Troop Volume 1 and 2. This was one of my favorite shows for the Disney shows, back in the, sort of Toon Disney days in the early 2000s, late 90s, that sort of thing. So Goof Troop. And then my favorite Disney movie ever, a Goofy movie, and then the sequel, an extremely Goofy movie. So those are all, you know, most of the DVDs I brought. I do have two more here, two kind of holiday titles. This one is a little bit weird, Take a White Christmas Home with You. So this is a like local DVD from, well, it's a Minnesota themed DVD essentially, and it's got Minnesota sort of scenes in it, snow scenes and everything, and it's just got some kind of relaxing Christmas music to go along with it. So a little DVD from home just to have around the holidays. And then I also have this one, which is a kind of bluegrass themed video that has, like, you know, just scenery in the background with music playing. So Smoky Mountain Christmas. So definitely wanted to have that for when the holidays come around. And then the next thing I have here, the last thing to show you guys, are the Blu-rays. So I have the original Christmas Classics Anniversary Collector's Edition. This is probably the best release of these old films that they've made, and it's the most recent release. So it's got 7 different films on it, so definitely wanted to bring that along with me for the holidays. I got Wall-E, and Wall-E is kind of one of my favorite Disney Pixar films, and I can't remember if I have a digital copy for this or not, because this didn't come with a digital copy, so that's why I decided to bring that. I sort of feel like I do for some reason though, but anyways, the next one is King of the Hill, the complete 13th season, and I would have brought all the DVDs of King of the Hill along with me because that is one of my favorite shows. I don't know why, but it's just one of my favorite shows, kind of all time, King of the Hill. So, but I have the first 12 seasons on digital copy, so no need for that. I just brought the 13th season on Blu-ray because I don't have that on digital copy. Then I have 3 of my favorite comedies, Dodgeball, Napoleon Dynamite, and Office Space. So these 2 on the bottom are definitely among my favorite movies. I don't know why, I just like them, and Dodgeball is quite funny as well. And then this one was a recent purchase at a Target here, and this is The Big Lebowski. So, still need to check that out. I hope this wasn't one that I had in my collection already. You know, now that I'm here, I can't remember everything. I can't double check on my shelf and see what I had and what I didn't have. And that is the sign that you are a true hoarder, when you just buy movies and you forget if you have them or not. So, I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. This next one is another favorite movie of mine, Smokey and the Bandit, the 40th Anniversary Edition. Then the next one is another favorite of mine, as I brought my favorites with me, Twister. Twister is one of my favorites. And then Poseidon and the Perfect Storm, both of which I have not had time to watch the full movies of these. I've just watched like parts of them, so hopefully I'll get a chance to get to those eventually. And then the Titanic, the limited 3D edition Titanic. Don't know, Titanic's just a really good movie, so I brought that one along. And then finally, That 70s Show, the complete series. There are shows on TV that I like more than That 70s Show. Like, for example, I guess I shouldn't say I like it more, but I would like to see The Office. But I don't know, I just didn't want to bring that with me because this is I don't have the complete series of The Office in the, you know, like a nice slim box set, but I do for this show, and this was one that I really enjoyed back when I was, I don't know, back in middle school into high school, so I really enjoyed this show, and that'll be a fun one to check out if I ever have some downtime. And then the last 2 things, I just have one CD that I picked up, nothing really interesting about that, it's just a bluegrass CD. And then this last one, unfortunately, this was a title I picked up when I saw Niagara Falls on the way out to New Hampshire because I drove here. Something happened to this from there to here. You can see that there's damage to both the case and the insert. It is still sealed. I have not opened it up yet. I don't know if I purchased it like this at the gift shop and just didn't notice it, or if it just got crushed somehow in transit. I'm guessing it got crushed somehow. I don't know, but that is a little bit irritating because this is not one that is easy to replace, because you can pretty much just buy it at the Niagara Falls gift shops. Otherwise, you can go on Amazon or something and they might have a copy. So I don't know. So that's not easily replaceable, but that is why I purchased an extra title at the Dollar Tree. Because I'm just going to swap the cases out and maybe try to tape up this paper insert a little bit just to kind of make it look like it didn't get torn. So that's the way that goes. Might do an unboxing of this as well, I don't know. Even though that's not a super interesting title for people to see on this channel. And so that is about it for this video. I guess I can show you what I have on the bottom shelf of this shelf as well. I have my Nintendo DS's and Game Boys. They're all in these cases here in my PSP. I'll show you how I store my Game Boy games these days. Actually, I haven't taken the tape off of these from transit. Let me do that real quick. So anyway, this is how I like to store my Game Boy games, just because I don't play them that often. I know a lot of people who are really into playing Game Boy games and things like that put them in like plastic sleeves and things like that for, you know, so you can see each game, but I don't play these very much. So this little Sterilite small little container you can pick up at Walmart for under $5 is what I use. And oh, I actually put tape on both sides, so hold on a sec. Alright, so here's how I store my Game Boy games. I just got this little container at Walmart. I can't open it up all the way because I have too many games in here. I might have to get, I don't know, I might have to do something about this because I have a few too many games in here, but I've been collecting these for many, many years. You can see I got my Game Boy Advance games on the bottom, and then I have quite a few less of these Game Boy Color games, but I have enough of those for a drawer. And then on top I have my original Game Boy games up here, so that's how I store my Game Boy games. Then I guess I have one more thing to show you before I end this video. So just real quick, even though the lighting situation isn't real good, I'll show you my entertainment system here, all the electronics that I brought with me. So I have an Xbox 360 right here. You can see the controller. I've got two PS2 controllers there for the PS2, which sits right above it. And then to the left, we've got the PlayStation 3, which is my primary Blu-ray player. So like I said, I didn't bring any PS3 games with me. It's none that I felt like I needed, but this is my Blu-ray player that I use to watch Blu-rays and DVDs. Then down on the bottom, I've got the PlayStation 4, which is good for Crash Bandicoot and Grand Theft Auto once I eventually open it. There's the controller for that. And then to the left, we've got the Nintendo NES Classic Edition, that tiny little thing that is pretty much impossible to find anywhere. Well, now it is impossible to find anywhere because it's out of production, but I was a weird one. I just really wanted to have this, and I bought it for a ridiculous price on eBay, but now I have one, so that's kind of cool. Then above that, I have a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. I do intend to get a Nintendo Switch whenever I can get my hands on one, but they of course are so difficult to get these days because Nintendo just isn't releasing enough of them. And I've got a subwoofer here. I've got a speaker right here, and then here is my 50-inch Samsung TV. It's a 3D TV. It's probably 3 or 4 years old now, probably close to 4 years old now, something like that, I can't remember. But it's just a 1080p smart TV, 3D TV, and so that's what I have with me. And then the entertainment shelf I picked up at Walmart for 40 bucks. It's amazing. You can get, you know, it's not the greatest of quality at all, but it holds all my things, and it's, you know, very cheap. So that is very nice. That is where I am getting most of my furniture for this new apartment that I have. So anyways, guys, sorry for the lack of videos in the past month or so. Hopefully a few more will be coming, and hopefully this video wasn't too boring or too long, I don't know, but just thought I'd make something of a bit of an update for you guys who have, you know, obviously been wondering where my videos have been lately. So now you know, and hopefully more will be coming sooner than later. So with that said, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next video.